Hey guys, welcome to a vlog podcast thing with a bunch of people that came from Indy PopCon. I'm Stev Bro, I'm an art channel. We got Jirard, you go first.
Hi, I'm Jirard the Completionist. YouTube.com/ThatOneVideoGamer, I guess.
Gamer!
That's where. Maybe. I might be there.
We'll just go in the order that we have going.
I'm Elspeth Eastman. I'm a voice actor and Twitch streamer, and I'm all over the internet. In the good way.
Oh.
I don't get it.
I'll tell you when you're older, sweetheart. I guess that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I'm Wade, LordMinion777 on YouTube and pretty much everywhere else except for Twitch, where I'm Minion777. I do gaming Let's Plays.
Woo.
Hi, hello. We're Jaltoid.
This is Emmy, and I'm Dalton, and we do
And we do
animations.
those on
Yeah.
YouTube on Jaltoid.
You guys sound so unsure of yourself. Hi, we're Jaltoid?
Are we Jaltoid?
The best,
Is it Friday?
the best,
Yeah, we're Jaltoid
the
today.
best part about this is that the icon is just a cat wearing a bag over its head. Just.
This cat's like...
It's wearing a
My
Dunkin'
webcam
Donuts
just decided to
thing.
stop for some reason. We're back.
I should go. Hi, I'm Sarah Ann Williams. I'm a voice actor for anime and video games. I have no YouTube channels. Yay! But I'm on Twitter at Sarah Ann Willia. It's not quite Williams, but you know the deal.
Do they run out of spaces?
Maybe? I don't know, but it's okay.
I think you're one of us, because, like, you were in the trenches with us, you were in the same area, and I thought of you as a YouTuber at heart.
My friends who came, my Indiana friends who came to visit, like, Sarah, you should start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, why?
One of us.
I'm not
One of us.
opposed to it, but it's like, I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. I like the game.
I say that to myself every morning when I wake up, so don't feel too estranged with that one.
But it feels like I don't know. It
Yeah.
feels like...
Is my webcam really laggy for you guys?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's
Sorta.
okay. You look if it's any consolation, Wade, you look great.
You
Thank
look
you.
beautiful.
If the cough drops, I swear they help my skin.
It's the mob rules.
So
badly
something that I am really excited about this is that we have a bunch of different perspectives when it comes to conventions, because I believe Sarah, Elspeth, and Wade have been to a lot of conventions versus, like, I don't know about Jirard. I know Wyatt was like, hey, I want you to do more. And then Jaltoid, that was your first convention, and this was technically my second as a guest, but the first one with me being actually big on YouTube. So I'm really excited to hear about 100,000, compared to everyone else being like trumping me.
Hey man, you gotta start somewhere.
Mhm.
That's a real thing.
But so I'm really excited about hearing about everyone's perspective, as well as Wade has a different perspective because he was basically in the giant booth of like the petting zoo of the con.
It really was a petting zoo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
He was basically at a table with some other guys and just a line just following them, versus the rest of us were sitting kind of like we had our own little booth, but most of us were just interacting with people constantly. You came up to us, we talked to you, versus him waiting in line.
Petting zoo thing just makes me happy now. It's like,
Yeah.
guys, if you pay an extra $5, you can have some food to feed them. But be careful.
No one paid the extra $5, I can tell you that.
Yeah, except the guy bites a little bit, so be careful.
Oh, I know.
So the first thing, and because I asked Indy PopCon's Facebook group about what questions I should ask you guys, and generally a lot of them were like, so how did you feel about the convention? That was a really big one. So if we can go down the line and talk about what your your general experience at PopCon was.
Sure. I had a lot of fun. That's something I don't say often at conventions. There's usually something that goes horribly wrong, or, this is my luck at least. But no, it was a really nice and a lot of people everywhere, and everyone seemed genuinely happy and excited to be there, and That's always good, because then you can be happy and excited, and then they're happy and excited, and then everyone's happy and excited. So that's my thought.
I second that for sure, and it was crazy because I did what they called the guest of honor thing, which was awesome, and they kept coming over to check on me, and they were like, "Oh, do you need anything, Miss Eastman?" I'm like, "Please, Miss Eastman is my father." I really, I love Wade's face is just like. Anyway, it was awesome. And I saw a lot of fans there, which was crazy. I was like, God, I actually have fans. This is awesome. And I met up with friends who I know from the Twitch stream, and I gave a lot of hugs, which was great. I even wrote that you could I was giving out free hugs on the sign or whatever, and people were like, free hugs. I was like, yes, bring it in. It was a lot of fun. I highly enjoyed myself. Awesome. Also had really good neighbors, really good neighbors. They were awesome.
I had really smelly neighbors. I had the same two the
dong.
entire time.
Huh?
I had really smelly neighbors, but it was the same two people the entire time. So.
And with them, it's okay to look over and be like, dude, did you shower last?
Then they say 3 days ago, and then I go up and hug them. We kind of shared each other's marination. So I was on the panel. Yeah, we shared our marination with each other. I was with Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and MyScrim, Mark, Jack, and Bob the entire time. We stood pretty much in one spot, signing autographs and taking pictures, which was awesome. Not for our stomachs or for the way our feet felt, but for the fans, it was really cool. Overall, it was an amazing experience. I mean, it was very tiring because we spent all day, every day, just standing in one spot, expending high amounts of energy, being entertaining and singing and dancing and doing things I probably shouldn't have. Like, there's a picture of me kissing Jack on the head. Didn't know that happened, but I guess I did it at one point.
What were you drinking?
They told me it was water. But no, it was really cool to get to see. I mean, we had no idea there'd be that many people. It's really funny because whenever Jack flew over, he's like, yeah, we're going to have so much more time to hang out and just walk around and spend time with, away from the convention as opposed to, like, PAX. And I was like, yeah, totally.
Poor Jack. Poor
Then,
Sean.
like, 9 p.m. rolls
Sean,
around,
right?
and we're like, well, hey, only 300 more people in this line tonight, and then we'll get to go eat dinner. But, I mean, I got to punch Casper Van Dien from Starship Troopers in the face and talk to the guy from Sharknado. I got to go see you guys, chit-chat with you guys at different parties, and then at the convention, Steve and Elspeth very briefly, but at least a little bit. So I had a lot of fun, and we had tons of fans there, which was really cool, but also very overwhelming. I've never had, like, bodyguards before. Not that we really needed them, but at the same time, it was a little intimidating. At one point, somebody, like, took down the red guides that were keeping fans from getting too close to the line. And, like, just you see this mob of, like, 1,000 people rush forward, like, 100 feet. And we're just like, Jeff, come help us. Jeff! Just stopped and took pictures. But it was very scary, that moment.
That last day, I was at the Indy booth judging some of the indie games. And right behind me, someone knocked over that, like, scaffold. And everyone just turns in unison. And they just bum rushed you guys. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they stopped. To be fair, they stopped and they started taking pictures from there. But just like when you're signing an autograph and you hear like a thunderous roar and you look up and you just see 1,000 faces rushing forward at you, it's like,
oh, that's terrifying.
No.
I must have missed that part.
I didn't wear the right pants today,
This is how I die.
Also, I don't know what it is, but fans love to give us personalized things like letters and pictures and fan art and things.
You guys had boxes!
Yeah.
I've got a box that's about, 4 or 5 feet long I carried, and they're shipping me more. And they described Mark's pile as being a truckload.
That's awesome.
And they're like, we don't know if we made enough to be able to ship this all to you, Mark. And he's like, I'll take care of it, don't worry. But, I mean, we got tons of stuff.
I've been starting to get stuff in my P.O. box, which is really sweet.
I wrote Jacksepticeye a little high note and put it in his box, but I don't think he's going to get it. He might, I don't know. If he does.
Fans are worried about this. If stuff was given to the PopCon guys, put in our boxes, or given to us, we've got all of it. We went through all of it before we left, and we've got it all being shipped to us. Like, they're shipping Jack's stuff all the way to Ireland to him.
Oh my
Mark's
god.
stuff to LA, Bob's stuff to North Carolina, and my stuff here to Cincinnati. I drove most of mine because I just drove to the convention, but they're shipping the other stuff that they had that I couldn't carry physically with me that day.
That must be a plus to be so close. Midwest for life.
It is.
Yeah,
That's
for
why.
life.
In all honesty, that's why I think I'd go back to PopCon next year. I mean, just right now, even I'd make time for it because it's just so close. What the devil's close? Just so close and convenient.
It was just a coach.
Yeah, so close. But we have. I was just glad to have a convention in the Midwest. It's nice to have a place here as opposed to always like on the coast somewhere. So that way, the fans that can't travel that far are able to make it to this one. But we were not expecting. I mean, there was something around like what 23,000 people there this year, as opposed to 6,000 or 7,000 last year, something like that, right?
I think there was about 8,000-9,000 last year, and there's somewhere between 21,000 and 23,000 this year.
This
Good
year at
numbers.
PopCon? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that 21,000 of
That's
those
nuts.
were there to see you guys. So
Hey, it trickled into us though. Like
it did. It did.
Which is great because you guys are YouTube gaming, so that gets you with Jirard, and then like I've done a little bit of animation work for you. So there's a couple of people who are like, I seen that. Like I threw up your the little animation I did for you, and like the Jaltoid sound. I'm like, don't look at that. That was rushed. We need to get that for
Please
the
no.
Don't judge me
There was
from this.
actually a lot of traffic that would come over because we were, a lot of us were in the same area, so like Internet Alley.
Yeah.
And I remember
Is
when
that
Wade-
what they called us?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
like you
Internet
have
Alley.
Artist Alley, then you have Internet Alley.
Internet
It's
Alley,
something
and
there.
I remember when Wade came over to the booth and he hugged me. I was just like, "Oh my god, it's Wade!" And I was freaking out. And then I got like 5 different people who came up to my booth and they're like, "Do you know Wade? Oh my god, can you tell him that I love him?"
Why?
I'm just like, "Sure, dude, I'll try and pass along the message." But yeah, it was just like it was like a trail of people just like following Wade. It's amazing. He burned bright, shine bright.
And then when they get to me, they're just like, "Oh my God, it's Wade! Tell Mark I love him." It's like, not all. Most people were really cool. There's always those few that come up to you and they unintentionally give you like a backhanded compliment, like, "Wade, I love your videos that Markiplier makes," and it's like, what? What does that mean? But no, we had a great time. I don't mean to hog all the time here, so I'll let the next person go. Jaltoid, maybe?
Yeah.
Have an order.
Oh, the internet.
Oh,
pooped for a
internet
second.
poop.
Can you hear us?
Oh no.
Yeah,
There you go.
Okay, you're
We're good.
pooping, internet-wise.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Tell us when you hear this.
We
I can hear you.
you.
Yes.
Okay,
We're
we're
good.
good now.
I hear everything.
Everything?
All right.
You wanted to go first?
Yeah. Okay, so it was our first convention, and I had been scared about it since we were first told about it, and we decided we were going. And I even cried about it because I was so nervous and scared. I'm like, what if people are mean to me? But then it happened, and we had like people lining up to see us, and people who were like crying to see us. And I had to like comfort them. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm scared to see you. It's okay. But it was like mind-blowingly life-changing because I have like super duper social anxiety and I have a hard time like making eye contact with people. But in this situation, I sort of just had to. And now I can like assert myself in conversations and I can totally make eye contact with people. I needed this convention. It helped me so much. And it was so great meeting so many sweet people, too.
Isn't it cool how fans can help like bring you out of your comfort zone but still make you feel comfortable in the end?
That's absolutely what happened. How about you, Dalton?
I think Indy PopCon kind of, to start, it brought out my amiibo addiction.
God.
Dude,
Well,
I
that's
saw
what-
that King DDD. I am so jealous. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
Before the convention opened, that's the first place I went to was GameStop.
I was so
for amiibos.
panicked, too. I'm like, Dalton, you can't leave. Please come back. And you're just like, 1 minute.
I don't know if you can see. That's my amiibo collection. That is my life.
I can feel Dalton twitching from here.
There's so many.
Tons of-
Y'all are crazy, yo.
Oh, my God.
Dedication.
Hey, here's mine.
There's a difference between dedicated and crazy.
So many of them.
No. I'm gonna brag about this because it was really sweet. Dalton and Emmy showed up because they actually came a little early for the convention to kind of hang out because we kind of got close, and they got me this. They brought me one of the rare ones.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. They're just like, we
The
got a
big
surprise
Greninja?
for you and their friend Luke. Yeah. And they gave us both of them. Sweethearts, these
They're
guys.
so cute.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are super awesome. I was fangirling so hard because I was like right across from him. I'm like, oh my god, I've been a fan of Jaltoids forever, and so I went up to Emmy and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna give you a hug. You're so amazing and adorable. And she was just like, it's like, oh,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
because it wasn't just like you're amazing. It was
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry.
Like,
But yeah,
have you
no,
seen
they're
Turtles
so
2?
cool.
The part where Donatello goes, "Nar!" That was you.
Hey. Dalton, besides the amiibos.
Yeah, Dalton's like, oh, there was a convention, then there were amiibos.
It was really weird because I don't expect people to like.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Expect what?
No!
You expect what?
No!
Expect what?
Oh God!
Don't tell us.
We'll
Yeah,
never know.
Such a tease.
Oh, I
So
love-
We're
anticlimactic.
back.
Oh, you're back. All right. So expect what?
No, I must hear the end of the story.
Find out next year on Indie PopCon's Vlog 2016.
And they laughed.
I can hear Emmy.
Yes, we can
Emmy-
hear you, Emmy.
Emmy,
For
we
the love
need
of
you
God,
to
Dalton, tell us
transfer
what you didn't expect.
We'll never know.
No,
We'll never know, you guys.
Nope.
It's over. Never know.
Okay, tell us you hear.
Oh, we gotta hang up.
We
Really
can sort of
laggy.
hear you really laggy, though.
It's like not knowing if the top fell down in Inception.
I haven't seen it. Spoiler alert, by the way.
My message is sending.
Spoiler.
What? We can hear you, Emmy.
I kind of hear you.
What?
Am I a robot?
Well, no.
No.
You're good.
we
You're
can
good.
hear
You're good. You're good. Tell the story. Tell the story.
Recall.
You can't hear them?
No, because I hung up because it was like. This happens all the time.
Of course it happens when it's our turn.
Yeah, it was working just
Well,
fine.
like-
Edit it all out.
When we said we're gonna film this at night, part of me was like, "Oh God, no," because I already know their connection just gets really bad towards the end of the night. And I was like, "This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen."
We were expecting something.
Yeah, Dalton, you were telling us what you didn't even
Yeah,
expect
well-
at Indie PopCon.
He didn't expect to drop the call.
We got past the amiibos, and you're like, I didn't even expect.
Wow.
It's been the biggest cliffhanger of the night by far.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how much?
Yeah.
Start from the beginning. Are we really loud?
All we got was
No.
amiibos. So
Yeah, Dalton.
It was really weird because I really wasn't anticipating people being like really excited to see us. It was so weird seeing that. Just like people walking up to us and being really excited. That was really bizarre because I kind of like look at myself like, would I be excited to see myself? No, but
Of course you wouldn't.
for some reason people are excited to see me, and that was really weird.
I agree.
And a big thing that was really difficult is I kept forgetting things at the hotel.
Oh my gosh.
So I did like 3 trips to the hotel before we even started the convention, and I was really tired, like right from the
Yeah,
start.
you took like 13,000 steps according to your phone
Yeah,
the first day.
yeah. I was logging my pedometer. I walked a lot during the convention, which I was expecting, but I looked.
Oh yeah, and then we got engaged.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
And he starts with the amiibo.
Hey, that's how deep the amiibo addiction runs. It's
Please.
Dalton, I am there with you. I understand, brother. It is a horrible, horrible addiction. It is a serious plague.
Well, I feel bad.
And we
I
got
feel
engaged.
I feel more bad
sure
for
if we should
Jirard.
mention it or not, so I'm just like, I'm gonna
Well,
throw it in.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
I
Oh,
look
what was
forward to your like Amiibo Anonymous meetings.
Man,
Yeah, we're
you know
gonna
this.
sell our marriage certificate for Amiibos.
What's wrong with you? We didn't get him.
So like, I got my friend Matt. I bought him 2 Kirby amiibos, and like, I got someone to customize them to where they had a groom's hat and and the bride's like veil. It's like, that would have been
Wait.
so perfect for this.
Oh my god.
Doesn't that imply a horrible fate where Kirby ate a bride and a groom?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, if I was gonna go out, having Kirby eat me would be how I'd want to go.
That's the way to go, man.
He just poops you out into a little star.
Once again, that's the way I'd want to go.
I think I'm just more amused by Kirby and Smash than I am actually playing Smash, just because I love his little voice in Smash.
He's so cute.
By the way,
I love it when he eats Captain Falcon. He does that Falcon punch.
Yeah. I go bang!
I just
That's
want to point
awesome.
out how terrible our attention span really is.
I know, like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to like wrap everyone back to finish the first question.
Oh, were we
Which, keep in
doing-
mind, we're an hour in.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We're
wow.
doing great, you guys.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good efforts all around.
all right, so Sarah, how was your Indie PopCon experience?
Oh, it was great. I mean, I've only ever gone to like anime cons, and pop culture cons are kind of different. Like, I was still waiting for someone that's like, when am I supposed to be sign? Like, when do I sign stuff? What's the signing schedule? It's like, oh, I sit here the whole time. Okay. It's like, unless I was going out for a panel, I was like, oh, I sit here. Okay. And as that was a new thing, but I mean, I was just glad to be back home in Indiana. It's like my first time doing a con back home, and I was really, really glad. And everyone was super nice, and everything was awesome. And downtown Indiana looks freaking amazing these days.
I can attest
Me-
to that.
Me, who's grown up there like all my life, it's just like, wow, downtown Indianapolis is kicking these days.
We even got a Chipotle. Crazy.
Technically, we also have Kodabas, but no one has Kodabas in California, except in that one
Really?
place in Woodland Hills.
Sadness.
Kodabas?
No,
Kodabas.
no free queso for you.
I know. That's why I hate. I like Chipotle, but they have no queso, and that makes me sad. But yeah. Anyway, Indie PopCon. Yeah, it was great. Just yeah. I was a little concerned because I only had one panel, and I got confused, and I was sort of like getting the shakes because I'm like, but they usually make me work more. I need to do more work. I have to do more panels. Do you want me to do another panel? And they put me on women in fandom, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. And I'm just like I'm not used to only having one thing to do.
You were also on the Voices panel, too. Don't forget.
Yes.
That was a good one. And Peter Spellos was like amazing, and so was Lauren, and I was fangirling the whole entire time, so it was really hard to talk. I was like, I'm not worthy.
Yeah, I heard there were people at the convention. I would have loved to,
No, like, that was the one thing that did suck was, like, it was great having so many awesome people around me, but, like, I really only saw my booth, except for, like, a couple of times I was led to go use the bathroom or, like, take the long way back, so, but it sucked that I couldn't get to go to any of your guys' like actual panels or even like hang out,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Right? Like,
'Cause,
I
like-
got a pretzel. That was my highlight. I was like, yeah, I got to leave the booth.
The next time we're gonna book another day, not for the convention, but just for all of us to hang out and like have a day to hang out together.
Oh my
I am
God.
so
I mean-
in for that.
Oh, to
Yeah.
be fair, after the con was over, I went straight home with my parents and stayed a few extra days.
Emmy and Dalton stayed with me Sunday night as well.
It was awesome. I saw my kitty cat.
Baby.
I would have
so
loved to have like
fat.
all day Monday just to relax and hang out with you guys, and then like have dinner and then
Yeah, there
Tuesday
was
head
so
home.
much stuff I wanted to show you guys in downtown Indianapolis because it's just like, oh man, it's so cool now, and could have taken you over to my haunt and be like, guys, this is where I grew up. After we go to the Walmart, we can go to Best Buy.
We actually went to Dave and
Suburbia.
Buster's one day. That was really fun. We got to do that.
I wasn't.
Oh, that's awesome.
The oh my god, I'm stupid. Air hockey video, right?
Yeah, the one that Mark posted. Mark's like, hey, wait, do you have any footage I can use for my vlog? I was like, yeah. I check out his
thought you
vlog.
guys
It's
had gone
just
to,
100% my footage. I was like, gosh darn it, Mark, you could at least done a voiceover.
I thought you guys had gone to Jillian's actually downtown, because there's a place called Jillian's, which is basically a Dave and Buster's. That I thought I was like, oh, they went to Jillian's. I haven't been there yet.
Oh, we could have gone there too, so that way next year we can go back and people won't follow us. Yeah, that could be
Dude,
where we were.
next year, Kilroy's, because they make these awesome breadsticks that have like pepperoni in them.
Oh my God, Kilroy! I love Kilroy's.
So good.
Welcome to the Indy PopCon Food Podcast. All of our future endeavors.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Steve, do you want to keep us talking about something else?
Yeah. All right. So essentially, I had a blast myself. I'm the last one on the list here, but yeah, I really loved it. I was I've never been like approached by so many people, and again, I love making faces at Elspeth. That was always fun. And then like I mean, Jirard hand fed me like a gummy worm or something.
Yeah, I had fans give me packaged candy, so I'd open it up and then like start handing it out to people around me. And so one day they gave me a huge bag of those sour pelts, the like rainbow flavored ones. So I just walked around, and if you were next to me, I fed you one. That's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, it was like Stev.
See, this is why I needed time to move around. I missed out on this.
It was like, Steven, open your mouth. And I'm like, what?
I just opened my mouth like an idiot.
All right. So the next question is, everyone really wants to know, what was your favorite memory from the con?
Oh shit! Okay. Damn. Well, I'll tell you one thing that melted my heart. That was the most yeah. So I was walking to my panel, and one of my dumb jokes that I always say to myself is, whenever I wear a hoodie, I always imagine that I'm like an Assassin's Creed, and that no one can see me, but everyone can see me anyways. And so before my panel, I was wearing a hoodie, and I was standing outside the door making comments like, man, why don't they open that door yet? Whoever the next guy up is I feel bad for him, just trying to break the thin ice, because everyone was just standing around. And I looked over, and there were these two young girls dressed as Cloud and Zack from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
And they had a massive cosplay Buster sword, and Final Fantasy VII is a super important game to me, so I was just in shock of their cosplay, and I walked over and I was like, whoa, your cosplay is so cool. And the two of them looked at me, bawling. Just started bawling.
Oh.
They were crying their eyes out. They were
I thought
shaking.
you were very pretty when I saw you.
Well, thank you, Wade. I'll take that compliment. They just started bawling, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And they're like, "We came all the way out here to see you. We drove 7 hours, and we dressed like this because we know you like Final Fantasy VII, and we love that you love it." And they're freaking out, and then I start freaking out, and I'm like, "Let's take a photo together." And so we took a photo, and they were really happy. And then I look over, and there's another girl who locked eyes with me, who is crying and closing her eyes in fear of coming to talk to me. And so I walk over to her, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I don't know what to say. I just, you're here, you're real. I watch your videos, but I never thought that I'd see you in person. I don't know what to say." And I'm like, "Can I have a hug?" And she was like, I don't know if I hug you, what I will do. I'm so sorry. I don't know." And so I gave her a hug, and she starts crying, and I took a photo with her. And it was that nice connection of these are real people.
Yeah.
My feelings, my opinions and views on things actually affect people this way. And that was the best part of the con for me, was just seeing these three young women cry their eyes out for me.
Jirard likes seeing people cry. Got it.
He likes making young girls cry.
More specifically.
He does bring up something that I forgot to mention, is that anytime we see positive comments, we've become kind of numb to them, where they're almost expected.
That is so true.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
actually hearing it, people saying those, you make that connection that these aren't just words on a screen. These are
actual like people saying things to you.
They
Yeah, they're
really
not just attention grabbers whenever you hear them in person. Like on your computer, you're like, oh, they're just saying this, so I'll reply. But whenever you hear them say it like with words and a face, you're like, oh my god, they mean it.
Yeah.
yeah. So nice.
Elspeth, you're up.
Okay. I definitely second the feeling of actually knowing that these people are real and that they really like your work. And one of my favorite things that happened, well, actually, meeting people from my Twitch stream was awesome. And because I spent a lot of time with them, obviously they're like the community. And so finally being able to put faces to like the screen names was so freaking cool. And I started crying myself because I was like, oh my god, I feel like I've known you guys for so long, but we've never actually met in person. So that was really cool. And just seeing people who were dressed in like League cosplay. There's this one guy who was dressed as a final boss Vagar, and I pulled him over. He's a character in League of Legends, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get a picture with you. It's so freaking cool. And he was like, oh my god, you want to get a picture with me? I was like, yeah. And he was like, I don't know what to do. What should I do? I'm like, you just like strike a pose or something. And then he was like, holy crap. And so then it was so cool to see him in the Twitch stream after the con. I don't know. It was that way with a lot of people actually. Like you were just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that you were like online and all over the place, and this is so cool that you're doing Tristana. And I don't know. It was just awesome to geek out with people, like a mutual geek out. I don't know how else to explain it. Like you're freaking out that people are freaking out with you, and I don't know. It was just a whole lot of warm fuzzy feelings. So it was awesome.
Real quick, it hit me because I know you play League of Legends. Do you feel obligated to play your own character?
I actually, that's one of the reasons I started playing League so much, was because they asked, and they were like, so are you interested in doing the voice for this particular character? I was like, well, I suck at the game, but I might as well try, make it super meta. And so yeah, I play my own character quite often. I'm actually kind of addicted to League. In fact, I'm signed in right now. Don't tell anybody.
So what you're trying to say is you're addicted to yourself.
Huh?
So you're addicted to you is what you're actually
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like a narcissist thing, But no,
Oh no.
Elspeth.
a lot of people,
We all do it.
yeah.
It's not narcissistic at all. It's just judging your performance.
It's funny. It became less of a character for me. The more I played the game, I'm just like, yeah, that's Tristana. That's not me. I mean that obviously it's a part of me, but it's not like, it's not really who I am. So I'm just like, yeah, that's the character. And people are like, is it weird hearing your voice in game? It's like, nah, just sort of for like the first couple weeks, and then after that, it's gravy. But yeah, it was. I second that, Jirard. It was super cool to meet people who are really like just so supportive of what you do. I'm like, really? Thanks.
That is really awesome.
Yeah.
Me? Am I up now?
Wade,
Okay.
you're up.
Hey.
There's so many things I wish I could point out, but if I can limit this to one or two, I guess.
You can have up to 3.
Oh, up to 3.
Because I have 3.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite moment? I have 3. Okay. Honestly, getting to see my friends, Mark, Jack, and Bob, and getting to see you guys again and meet you guys for the first time, some of you, was one of the best moments, because it's just, we're so used to being so far away. And I've not talked to Elspeth since probably last year. And it's really sad
right?
how we don't
It's
always
crazy.
stay into contact, but just getting to see familiar faces and meeting, new people and people that, do what you do and do different things, and just learning all of that is really cool. Probably the best moment that I can think of is kind of a combination of 2 moments. It was standing there signing autographs, and then the panel, just, doing something stupid like dancing around and seeing people laughing and smiling at you while you did it, or you'd throw an arm in the air and like you'd see the entire crowd of thousands of people going wild. Like at the panel, we had 4,000 people sitting. It's like, we had a moment where we felt like rock stars. We would just be like, all right, we're going to do the wave. And you could like feel the room trembling as like the entire crowd participates in the wave for like, no reason, just because we're silly and stupid and decide to do it. And just seeing how dedicated these people are to, watching our content and enjoying our personalities. And I guess the third part of this is the young kids. there were so many like young kids that were probably 10 years old or younger that came up to us. There was one that had like a pink mustache on, and he just stole the show. I mean, he was the star. Mark, Jack, Bob, nor I, none of us could compete with him. He came up there. Did his thing with Mark, and then he took off, just started dancing in front of all of us, left the area, and we're all like, "No, come back, little man!" And he comes back and like has this strut, like he is Markiplier like 2.0, 10 times better than Mark ever is with the strutting. Like he was the star, and getting to see him and all the other kids, I think I nicknamed him Saturday Night Fever. Doing like his little dances and stuff with his pink mustache and his like suspenders on and everything. But there were just so many, like, seeing little kids, I don't know, there's just something about having little kids want to come up and, like, hug you and be like, I like your show, and it's like, you just give them a hug, and I don't know, there's just something about kids that, making kids happy feels good.
Yeah.
Versus crying.
Yeah.
After talking to Mark and Jack, most people had already gotten most of their tears out by the time they got to Bob and I. Yeah, that's it for me.
How about you guys, Jaltoid?
Well, besides getting engaged.
Abibos. Yeah, we
Oh, yeah.
What? No,
Yeah.
Amiibo, sorry.
Those day days.
There was this like mom who came up to us with this southern accent.
That was mine too.
And she was like
Oh, that was
the
one of
most
mine.
energetic person that came up to our
She
booth.
reminded me just of my mom. Oh my god, it was like having her there because my mom couldn't make it. She was so excited to see us, and she kept telling us how cute we were, how much she loved our stuff. Like, oh, she was so sweet. And then she wanted a hug too. I'm like, yeah! Felt like I was hugging my mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
She came up like 2 of the days,
Yeah.
like 2 separate days. She was so excited. It was just, that was like I'd have to say partially weird too, because it's like that's a mom and she's coming up to us, and it's just weird that like
Not weird in a bad way.
not weird in a bad way, but that we have like people that are not only young but old who watch our
Yeah,
channel.
it is very strange whenever someone comes up to you like, oh, you're getting this for your kid. Like, no, I'm just the fan. It's like, really? That's awesome. I had no idea my stupidity would appeal to like such a wide range of people. Yeah.
Was that yours, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm bad because I have a few, but there was a little girl that came up to us, and her mom was like, "We came all the way up from Florida to see you." I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" And I felt so weird. Like, how should I treat you? Should she like? She was so cute too, and she was so excited. And then, I don't know. I thought her mom was like irritated. I couldn't tell. Because the way she said, like, we came all the way up from Florida. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Wow.
And then there was, like, nearing the end, I think it was the last day, these two
A
come
couple?
up. Yeah, I think they were a couple. They came up, and he was so enthusiastic. And, like, you're the reason why we came out. And we wouldn't have even known about it if it weren't for you.
Oh yeah.
And that they were talking about how inspired they were by us. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then he started to tear up. And I'm like, no, it's okay. And he was just, they were both the sweetest things. Like, there's no way I'm going to forget them. And they're like, look out for us in the comments. And I'm like, I will. Please write down your name so I know. And we had him write it down. Like, I'm keeping it in my purse. And they were so happy about it. Oh! So many happy people.
So many people that said they came to the convention after watching our video about it.
I know.
Which was,
it was so unreal.
I wasn't sure if that actually get anyone to come, but apparently got quite a few people to come.
Ah.
That's pretty awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome, like, and mind-blowing to hear how far fans are willing to come just to, like, have that moment with you, because it's like you can't give them all hours of time, unfortunately, but
I know. I wish I could have done more.
I know.
Honestly.
I know, it's, I feel you.
That's our mushy moment.
I have like the biggest smile because it's like you guys talking about these are totally like reminding me of all the people that I met this weekend. And because you talked about, I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, Emmy, about like having social anxiety and like how it's helped you. And like I don't have the best self-image for myself personally. And, like, I go through a little bit of depression. And, like, after this weekend, there was a point where, I think it was Sunday night, I started thinking bad things again. Like, started down-talking myself. And, like, I actually said out loud, no. I don't know if you or Jake or Luke heard it, but I was like, no.
Oh.
And this weekend like really gave me the power to be like, no. I'm clearly making this positive impact on people.
Yeah.
I do have worth, you know.
Mhm.
By the way, Sarah, it's your turn.
I think I'm doing more cons than I've ever done this year. So I literally had this moment when I kept forgetting I was back home in Indiana, which was one of the best things. And then my parents finally got to come and see a panel that I did and be there at a con that I was a guest at, and that felt really, really good. Because it's hard to be in LA and them in Indiana because I get homesick so easily, and that was the hardest part of moving, was being away from my family, because I'd never been away from them. I'd never been out of the state. I'd always lived in Indiana before I moved, and that was tough. So finally coming back and having them there with me was really, really, really great. I think there was another nice moment. It was like the one person who did it. A girl comes up to me and she's like, "I'm a really big fan of Tome." And Tome is a web series that was created by Chris Nosey or Kerberfer. Yeah, and he cast me in that, and I was oh, Tome, yeah, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, do you want to talk to him real quick? And I dialed him up real quick. I was like, dude, you got a few seconds, this person really loves the show. And that seemed to make her day. I was just like, it's like, that makes me happy to make her happy, because it's like I totally can do this real quick, hang on.
Oh, and real quick,
Yeah.
but before we go too far, she brought up a point about family. I forgot to mention I got to see my sister there, and it's been a pretty long time, and she was preggers, and I got to feel the baby kicking, and it was really nice to see her.
That didn't sound creepy at all, the way you worded it. She was preggers, and I got to feel the baby kicking.
It's also, your accent also changed a brief moment. I was just like, huh?
Got to feel the baby kicking.
I can feel the baby kicking, Cletus.
Rose is showering.
Oh, shit.
Get me Diet Coke.
Okay.
And
One more. And my friends came out to see me, and I haven't seen them in years and years and years, and they were super sweet and awesome. That's it.
every time warms my heart, so I'm okay with you just throwing more on there. For me, I have a couple. I'm trying to limit it down to 3. Particularly, I also had someone that come up and cried to meet me, which was a very intense experience. They just started crying because they're so excited to, meet me, big fan. And all I could do was just hug them, just, hey, look, it's okay. And, towards the second day, totally cool now. But, the first time, it was just a really big experience for them. Also, I have a poster that I made for Valentine's Day where it's me, topless, wearing shorts and a pizza slice. And something that felt pretty good was I revealed the poster at the panel, and it got a huge roar. The whole room lit up. That feels pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the third one, and it's super corny, but just actually hanging out with you guys was just really, really nice. And all, Elspeth, I haven't really. Well, Wade almost jumped over a fence to see me. I had to stop him. I don't get to see Elspeth that often, and then this is the first time I met Dalton and Emmy, and we became best friends immediately. It's insane how quickly that I feel like I've known them my entire life, and the worst part was yeah, we'll hang out the whole weekend.
Technically,
lack
you
of
did,
trying.
but, maybe not in the way you...
No, yeah, we saw each other. Dalton, rubbed my shoulder every time he walked by to get more photos taken of himself with fans. But it was just awesome. So teary-eyed. So
I'm grinning so hard.
I know.
This has been a great year for me personally, because, besides this and MomoCon, I am getting to meet all these YouTubers I watch in person, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Like, I'm like, thank God I'm not a fangirl anymore. But I totally, when I get into something, I like get into it like head first, knee deep. Like so yeah, there would have been that moment when it's just like, I don't know what to say to you guys. I don't know what to say to you guys. Like, Markiplier, you're my hero.
I'm pretty sure people said that to me too.
You're my hero too, Wade.
Oh no, the Markiplier part.
But Wade, you're my hero.
Oh,
I was laughing when we were at Scotty's and you just called me voice actor. Goodbye, voice actor. I couldn't even. That's just like your peach.
Well, I was like, we should introduce ourselves, and you guys went through, and then like something happened where everyone started talking about something else. I was like, we'll never introduce ourselves, I guess. And then by the time I did, I was like, I have forgotten everybody's name.
All right, so there's two more really big questions that kind of got echoed throughout the forums. One of them was kind of it's hard to ask, so I'm going to spin it in a more positive way. Basically, people were wondering how it felt to be compared to celebrities, people on television. So, like, how did it feel to get such a big audience with you guys? The tricky part here is that Jirard actually had to step away for a moment, and the illusion of him always being here is completely destroyed. Because I think he was expecting us to take another hour to finish that one. But so okay, we'll skip Jirard for this one. If he gets back, we'll let him like follow up or go before me. But so Elspeth and everyone else, how did you feel about getting so much traffic in comparison to like? Because this was a very internet-focused convention compared to other times. Celebrities usually are the people. Actors in actual like live action movies and such tend to be the main focus. How did it feel to be the main focus instead?
It was very well. I mean, if you want, I can pretend to be Jirard until he gets back.
Oh yeah, please. I make girls cry. I complete that. I have a list.
I have a list. I have a beard.
I really hope he's here just listening to this. Like,
no, it was weird. It was really weird because I've never really been to a con where I was like featured in something, and it was awesome because people were like, "Oh my gosh, I was looking for your booth. I finally found you." I'm like, "What you mean? You're actually looking for me?" I mean, it was just crazy to know that people came to the con to see me, and I don't know. I feel like it was a lot of fun, and I was wondering, if I was just going to be sitting there like at the booth and like, okay, well now I really don't know what to do, but it was like on and popping like the entire time. I was talking to people, and I had people around my booth who were just chilling, and it was, I don't know, it was so much fun. It was really just easy. It was easy to connect with people, and I didn't want to be the focus. I wanted people to feel comfortable whenever they stop by and just be like, yes, absolutely, here's a picture, whatever, let's take pictures and I'll pose with you and do Tristana voices. It was a lot of fun for sure. And it definitely felt weird at first, but I was like, all right, I can do this. I get used to this. It was fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Wade will be able
I
to really
only
get
saw
full
maybe
force
2 or
of
3
this.
people that knew who I was, I think, this weekend. I didn't stay very busy.
No.
Oh, come on.
You don't give
Oh yeah,
yourself
then there was the
enough
other
credit.
20,000. That's right, I forgot. No, it was nuts. How does it feel? Overwhelming. I mean, I was told that if we ever needed to go out at night, whether we just wanted to go for a walk or go get something to eat or go to the store, they're like, just let us know. We have this bodyguard named Jeff we're going to give you, so if you need to go somewhere, just let us know, and Jeff will escort you. And it's like, Jeff, I need to go to the restroom. Can you please not let anyone else in for a minute? And funny story is, actually, there was a time I didn't tell them I was going to the bathroom, and a fan followed me in and wanted my autograph right when I was standing at the urinal. So
Oh,
my God.
I was like,
Too far,
please, no
bruh.
flash photography in here.
I could write your name.
I'll give you an autograph. No. It was very overwhelming. Like I said, PAX South, we had a lot of fans. And there were times that just, we weren't expecting them, like we were trying to go to dinner, or, we were walking back to our hotel, like, please don't let people follow us to our hotel rooms. I don't want to, like, go outside to, like, ask for some towels in the middle of the night, wearing, like, a pair of, like, some shorts and a t-shirt with, like, my glasses on, disheveled hair, having, like, fans, like, Wade, autograph! So it was...
Wade, autograph?
Yeah, Wade, autograph. It was very humbling because, we sit here and we see, thousands of people watching our videos and things, and numbers just quit having meaning after a certain point. Like, there's just no way to visualize almost 600,000 people that are subscribed, or, millions of views that you have on your channel. There's just you can't picture that. And then you go to a convention, you see, anywhere from 5 to 20,000 people, however many it was that we saw, like, screaming and clamoring, taking pictures of you and coming up to meet you and ask for your autograph. And it's like, that's such a small percentage of the people that have clicked that subscribe button that it's just like, I can't believe people like the crap that comes out of my mouth and the faces I make. I mean, I'm so stupid. And yet, here they all are, like, with posters they paid for, with pictures of me on there, trading cards with my dumb face in there, wanting my signature for some weird reason. And everyone says the word autograph, and I'm like, I'm not famous enough to give autographs, but I'll give you my signature. It's like, it just doesn't
Right?
feel, it's like, that's just my name, just like I signed my tax forms and my high school homework.
There you go. There's my serial killer handwriting.
Yeah.
Next.
But, stand there, like I said earlier, throwing your arms in the air and being like, woo, you're almost here, and like having the entire crowd erupt in like applause and make everyone else in the entire convention like upset at us for making all that noise. It was an awesome feeling. It was a power that we definitely abused, but it was just an overwhelmingly awesome feeling knowing that we impacted that many lives. And the thing I told them on the panel was, they do the same thing for us that, we do for them, that they tell us we do for them. And getting to see them in person, just like, Steve touched on this too. It's like, if you feel down on yourself or your content or your, whatever's going on in your life at that moment, then all of a sudden you're here seeing all of these faces that you impact. It just takes away any doubt you have that you need to keep doing what you're doing, because it's like, I've got to keep getting these people content. They deserve it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Welcome back.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, you're
Sorry.
good. Do we want to give Jirard a chance to answer this question now,
Yeah,
Steve? Or should we get
Because
back
he's
to
totally been here the whole time.
Yeah,
I totally answered it for him, so we can just skip him.
I like to make girls cry. Yeah,
I like beards.
That's exactly how I sound.
I'm a guy in a red hoodie, and I like to play video games.
That's true.
Video game.
So Jirard, the question was basically, how did it feel to be this convention's version of a celebrity compared to, like, how much traffic you got compared to other celebrities who, like, the most unpolitically correct way of really saying it is that looking over, they looked kind of bored in comparison to YouTube Alley, where it was constantly booming.
Well, to me, I think that's just the way of the future. That's evolution of how the industry is going, and it's just kind of cool to be a part of it. I think with a celebrity, or a business rather, right, you get kind of like this, it's almost like a service kind of thing, like, oh, I came to see this celebrity, or I came to, see this band. You expect kind of a performance, but when it comes to us YouTubers, it's like, oh, I just came to see you. I came to see you, the person. And so
Yeah.
it kind of puts you in a different zone, and I personally think it's a great zone to be in. It's like it's just a big, positive, encouraging little place that we're all kind of a part of, and I love it. I think it's great. I can't wait to see where it goes next.
Isn't it strange? Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt again. I know it's not my turn, but it is so strange, the fact that fans come to see us, and it's not for some role we played. It's for, our hand-drawn work. Well, your guys' hand-drawn work for the animations and such. But it's like, it's your physical work, or our dumb faces and comments that we make in person, too, because we're not talented enough to act, so we're just ourselves all the time. But it's like, they come for us as people, and not as like, oh, wait, I loved that role you played in...
I like
it's
that
so
role you played
weird.
in the Markiplier.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just making a
No,
joke.
you're good. That's all. I can
Yeah.
talk for days. I'm just going to pass it off to Jaltoid.
I hate to be that guy, but I have to go. My girlfriend's flight came in like an hour early, so I have to go pick her up from the airport right now, or she's gonna be stranded. So
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry, I have to leave.
That's okay.
No!
We'll just leave it in completion.
How about this? We'll complete it next year.
Yay.
Wink,
Okay.
wink.
Real quick, let me ask him the next question. You guys can actually start planning. Apparently, everyone just wants to know if you guys are coming back.
I'm in.
I
I'm
want
in.
to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sign me
I'll do it.
I can't speak for everyone I was with, but I'm in. I'm there.
Yeah, I'll bring my entire crew with me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Be a fun little thing. I'm ready.
We'll
I'll
get,
do
like,
my
that
best
one
to
video
rile in
gamer,
my
like-
Irishman, my LA man, and Mr. Bob.
for you, Jirard, I really want to try to get like 2 tables worth and just be like that one video gamer, the brand.
Yeah, they got the decks and Super Beard Bros and all my self-promoting brand stuff.
and me.
and me. And it's all gonna be me.
Can I get a booth for my beard?
Welcome to the Completionist Con 2015.
It would just literally, if that was the case, it would be 9 hours of people standing in line saying, "When are you gonna complete this game?" And I'll just say, "Yes, no, maybe, tomorrow, Wednesday. Thank you for coming."
Thank
And
you
that
so
was
much,
the
buddy.
Completionist Con 2015. Everybody, thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I really gotta go. I love you guys. I'll
Bye,
talk to you all
Jirard.
soon. You're all great. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Try the veal. Tip your waitress.
That man knows how to flatter. I guess we should go backwards to our last question so that
Yes.
Jaltoid and Sarah can answer.
It
Do you
would
see-
be Dalton and Emmy. Yep.
Can we
I
get
just call them
question?
Jaltoid because I see the one cat.
Do it.
the question?
Oh yeah, what's the question again?
Is it-
How did you feel about being treated so much like a celebrity and having so much traffic versus other people? And man, it sounds such like a mean-spirited question because the actual question was like, do you think the other people were upset by the amount of attention YouTubers get? How did you feel about the attention you got?
Well, first, I think it's kind of neat that whenever we walked away from our booth, nobody knew who we were.
Some
But
people did.
For the most part. But right when we went back to the booth, everyone knew who we were, and we kind of had that on and off switch for the most part. And we kind of go incognito for a while and then come back and come to our booth. And then
That's how I felt coming home. Like there, I was escorted everywhere. Then I came home and I was like, "I need some groceries, Jeff. You want to go to?" Oh, okay. I go to the grocery store and they're like, you sir?" And I was like, "But I'm next." Like, no, the person behind you looks more important. And it's like, "You want to cry?" It's like, "I want to go back to PopCon."
Well, like, in comparison, me, Dalton, and Emmy, we have cartoons that usually represent us, so like we're basically never noticed in public, anyways.
No one knew what I looked like.
And then, yeah, like literally, there was no photos of Emmy on the internet until
Gotcha.
this
Like a
weekend.
couple that I took of dumb faces.
Yeah, and then Elspeth and Sarah are voice actors, so they're more known for. Well, Elspeth puts herself everywhere. She's on Twitch and such.
If you know what we mean.
She's all over the internet. And then Sarah, I don't know if you get noticed a lot because you are also a voice actor, so you're more known for your voice than your appearance.
Yeah.
Good response. All right, so to go back to the Jaltoid's answer.
I think another big reason why people paid more attention to us during the con is because I think we're a lot more vocal than those actors, and we'll go out and say, "Hey, we're going to this convention," and they might like mention it somewhere.
Oh,
but-
like the actors for the shows.
Yeah,
and the
for, like,
bigger,
TV
big
and stuff.
guys.
yeah, I feel like we're more vocal about it too, and we.
That's
really
a good
want
point. They
people-
didn't make a new like Starship Troopers movie to announce that Casper Van Dien was going to be there, whereas we on our our platform that people watch us, we're like, "Hey, we're going to be there," so everyone that watches us knows that. That's true.
I guess I'd also say is it was so like I've already talked about how like amazing it was, but it was also like super exhausting but worth it because it's like we like stood for a majority of the time. I didn't know if we were supposed to stand, but I felt bad if we were sitting and someone approached us. So I was so sore
Oh yeah.
like throughout
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire time. Oh
We
my
had-
gosh.
I had.
But it
numb
was like,
feet.
no, I need to stand for you. You deserve to be stood up for. And then some people want to take pictures. I'm like, we're walking around. We're going all the way around. We're going to take pictures with them. It hurts. It hurts a lot, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it for them.
I will tell you, it was better to stay standing. The last day they gave us benches to sit on, or like stools or whatever to sit on while we were doing the signing. But everybody wanted a hug anyway, so it was just constantly like stand up, sit down, and that was so much worse than just standing the whole time, just trying to get back up. Like, oh, you want a hug? Yeah. Oh, crack, break, snap. Oh, yeah, here you go.
Also, I think the standing up thing, because there's definitely a different approach to celebrity versus YouTuber when it comes to in the trenches, as we keep calling it. Like I was actually standing kind of like side of my booth the entire time, and then like you guys were standing up, and there's always kind of like, hey, like I think we're a little bit more warm and inviting. I know that like my biggest thing with PopCon was I've had some really bad experiences talking to celebrities who are supposed to be my heroes, and them see me like, because I don't pay for autographs, like that's just not my thing. I'll pay for some other, like if my friend didn't get to go, I'll pay for theirs. But like for me, I just don't believe in that. And so like, I just every time I go and I'm like, I'm not sorry, I don't want to have autograph. I just want to meet you. It's usually kind of this like lukewarm experience of just like, oh, hey. So I always want to be as warm and inviting to fans as possible.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to make sure that they feel comfortable talking to us, and like their excitement is matched with our excitement.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. I liked reaching out to people too who had like a really, really cool cosplay or something. Like I love geeking out about that kind of stuff. So if I saw someone from a particular game or anime or something like that, I'd be like, "Whoa, that's an awesome Attack on Titan" or something like that. And then they'd be like, "Oh, thanks so much." And then they'd come over, start talking to the booth, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, you're Tristana for League of Legends." And be like, "Oh yeah, I do this whole thing." But it was cool to really connect with people through that, because I love cons. I've been going to cons for like ever, so to be like a guest at one was kind of surreal, but at the same time it was awesome because I was like, these are my people. It was great.
Speaking of cosplays, sorry to jump because I know it's Sarah's turn, but there was a Connie cosplay from Steven Universe and sword fighting, and it was like spot on. Like just everything, her skin tone, her costume. She was Connie, and like I got super excited because I had a Stefani like poster up, and she got super excited, and like we posed, and like she actually emailed me back, and she was like, your reaction to my costume was like the greatest thing ever. That was so good. And like because my name's Steven, she just started referring in the show in that episode where she's wearing the outfit, she refers to Steven as her liege, and so she started referring to me as her liege and started kind of like role playing in the email, and it was like so good. Okay, Sarah, your turn.
I don't know if I felt particularly that popular. I think the 4 YouTubers were the big popular ones. But I had a nice amount of people coming, so it was a nice flow. I didn't think I was overly popular, though.
Oh, dude, I totally saw people over there. Like, when you weren't there, they would, like, line up. They'd be like, is Jinx coming back? I'm like, yes. Yes, she is coming back.
No! I'm gonna go buy stuff now.
Speaking of the YouTube guys, there was actually a point where I got Dalton and Emmy into Markiplier's line because Emmy wanted to meet you guys, and
oh yeah, that one time that Mark was the only person in line. I remember that.
I said you guys.
We didn't have time to do anything.
Yeah, but like,
and then we messed everything up anyway.
I tried to make sure that they got to meet him, and so like I used my all access pass because I helped with the convention a little bit. And the funniest thing was we started signing autographs in your guys' line.
yeah. Thank you so much for not shamelessly self-promoting this. By the way, I don't know if you know, I made Wade's animations.
No. It was just like one of the. Well, I was on my face because my pop card was the volunteer thing, so people started recognizing me from that.
Gotcha.
And so I signed a couple of those.
No, that's cool. I'm glad. Anything to keep them entertained, honestly. Well, they stood in line for like 8 to 10 hours, some of them, to see us, which is nuts.
We arrived at 7 a.m. on Sunday, and there were people lined up already to go meet you guys.
Yeah, that's what we were told. I feel so bad about that. Like the funny part was they'd get up to us, and they're like, I've been standing in line for 8 hours. And I was like, I know. We've been here for 8 hours watching you stand in line.
It was
I
fun.
felt so bad because at least we were up there interacting with people while they were just standing there like waiting, and I felt so bad.
And then there's a few times that I did decide to leave my booth. Like my friend, I had a couple of people like attending because I was selling stuff as well. I was selling my art prints. And like my friend Jake or Austin would be like, dude, while you were gone, there was like 5 people. They refused to buy anything because they wanted your signature. And I was like, oh. But it was a very rewarding experience for me because like I again went from last year where it's just like, who are you? I wish you were actually a popular animator. To like year of people just like so stoked to see me and just always having someone at the booth constantly because like I don't think we got the same experience as you did, Wade, with like the thousands of people. But like Emmy was right, it was exhausting. Like the Sunday night, we're gonna go see a movie. Me, Dalton, Emmy, Luke, and a couple of other friends, and it's like there's no way it was happening. We were gonna pass out.
You don't have to have thousands of people to have that experience. I mean, just expending that much energy on fans. Like last year at Indy PopCon, I think I had maybe 30 to 50 people all weekend who knew who I was. Like, usually we would just hang out in like a group of 20 and I would chit chat with them. And like that was the extent of it. And that was an awesome, awesome thing because at least I got more FaceTime with them. But even then, it's like I left home or left for the hotel just completely worn out because you don't realize it when you're meeting a fan. It's so energizing seeing these people that love you and love the stuff you do that whenever they're gone, you're just like, it's like a balloon deflating. You're like, okay, back to just being Wade again. All right.
How many of us are introverts?
I'm a weird mixture between like if I'm not near people, I get horribly depressed because I just lose energy.
I know what you mean. I used to be an introvert. Now I'm like, I really find that I actually feed off the energy of people. Like I feel good. I feel good about it.
I'm that way too. I've always been a camera whore. I've always been like starved for attention. But at the same time, I was like, my mom made me join a basketball team in first grade. 'Cause she's like, I don't want you to be one of those nerdy kids that just sits inside and read books. So she made me join a basketball team and made me become sort of extroverted. But I think I'm still an introvert in some ways. I just am an introvert that loves attention when I can have it.
For sure, sure. Like silence is golden to me. Like if I'm alone, like I want to be alone. But if I'm at a con, I'm like, yes, all of the people.
Same way. I mean, aside from doing my teaching gig on the side, I don't leave the house. Like I just don't.
Yeah.
We never leave the house unless we absolutely need to for groceries.
I know, that's me too.
And
like today I just left.
Funny story about that. I don't even usually go to the store for groceries. Molly does. But I swear to God, every time I end up going for toilet paper, a fan recognizes me as I'm carrying this giant thing of toilet paper. Like I always get the big packs because they're the best deal, and I'm always carrying a 24-pack of toilet paper. And someone's like, "Wait, is that you?" And I was like, "It's got to be the toilet paper that's giving me away. That's got to be it." Because I never get recognized in public unless I have toilet paper.
Note to self: carry around toilet paper.
Yes, the fans will find you.
All right, I'm testing this out. Is there a particular store?
Is there a particular brand?
Yeah, what brand?
Well, the last time, I'm not going to lie, I was visiting Mark in LA, and he had us pick up something. He said, I like the Charmin Ultra Soft. So I tried the Charmin Ultra Soft.
I was going to say Charmin! I was totally going to say Charmin.
Charmin, if you're watching right now, I would love to support us.
Can I get a sponsorship, please?
Everyone's going to buy Charmin, and we're not going to see a dime.
Well, Charmin's the preferred brand of Wade, Markiplier, and Sarah, so...
Oh my God. I could think this is like the worst commercial, but I'm not going to. It's so bad and inappropriate.
Let's see here. I'm trying to... Okay, so that's essentially the main questions. The other one's kind of an easier one where it's like, hey, if you can, are you coming back next year? Which everyone already kind of jumped up and like, yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. So, more or less, I think we can end this one with just free game, like whatever you want. There's a certain question you want to ask someone else that's in the chat, or if there's any other like last comments. But otherwise, the rest of the stuff is like really specific to like individual people, mostly Wade. So if it makes you feel better, Wade, you are our Markiplier.
No, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to do that to you.
Okay, because like some of them are not really relevant either. Like one person asked, "What made you decision to simply go from attending to being on the other side of the table?" And I think most of us is probably either we were invited to the convention or we were just excited to meet fans. Generally that kind of cover everyone, or am I talking too much for people.
I mean, I would have loved more time to walk around the floor and meet, like some of the actors and stuff that were there. John Delancey was there, and Edward James Olmos was there. You guys were there. I would have loved more time for that. But honestly, 99% of the reason I go to conventions is to meet fans. And if the best way to do that is to be on the guest list and have a booth or to stand somewhere and sign autographs, and that's what I'll do. So really, that's why I go, is to meet fans. So it made sense for me on that sense.
Yeah, I would say I would echo that statement and just say that I mean I was invited, but at the same time, I don't think I would have been in attendance had I not known how many awesome people were going to be there that I myself wanted to meet. Like, I knew that like Steven was going to be there, obviously, but then like Jaltoid and Sarah Ann Williams and then Wade, and I was like, holy crap, Brizzy's going to be there too, and just a bunch of people that I was already like really fangirling over. So I was like, all right, I gotta do this now.
I totally ignored the order right there. I'm so sorry, Elspeth. I am so sorry.
No, it's okay.
At this point, it's free game.
It's free game. Yeah.
Okay.
Free game.
I still feel bad.
No. There's like 5 of us right now, and Jaltoid kind of. There's like, yeah, so it's technically 6,
defriended, unsubmed, unfollowed, unsubscribed.
No.
But yeah, it was for sure. Either side of the table is fun for me. That sounds like innuendo, but it's not. Like,
we go both ways if you know what we mean.
But yeah, it was great. It was a good time.
We're clapping for everyone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was like,
what is going
that
on over
noise?
there? Some kind of innuendo is happening.
I guess I just wish I could have hung out with you guys more.
Yeah.
We were all so busy.
Big
And
one.
that VIP party night, I had nothing left in me to even try and converse. Just like, I'm done.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
even go over the party.
There was after party stuff. I don't know about because me and Dalton and Emmy had dinner one night, and then Sunday night we hung out. But like for the most part, like I just went home afterwards because I was like, I've interacted with too many people.
so exhausting. I remember Sarah told me about the VIP thing, and she like it was so hard to hear that you couldn't really talk to anybody, and it was like,
I'm
yes,
not-
I like hamsters too.
I'm not
Sorry.
much of a club bar person. I mean, I dressed up all nice for it, but I'm just like, man, it's too.
Yeah.
I don't want to yell the whole time, and I ended up latching onto I think her name's Mandy, Bob's wife.
Yeah.
Which I learned later, and I just started talking her ear off. And at some points, I'm just like, "Are you bored? Because I've just been babbling for a good 10 minutes now." She's like, "No," and I'm just like, man, I would have left earlier if you hadn't let me just talk to you.
Mandy's really sweet. The VIP party itself wasn't like a crazy club party. It's just the fact that we were overhanging the crazy club party that we couldn't hear a ding dong thing anyone was saying. Like,
I'm not a bar person personally. Like,
I sort of wish the room had been a little bit bigger.
yeah, and the leak in the ceiling and the sticky floors weren't there.
But I mean, it was a cool place otherwise, just those few unfortunates.
Yeah, the next day, unfortunately, Jack Septiceye, Jack and I were talking, and we were both sounding like we were like corpses because our throats were so raw from the panels, and then trying to scream to talk to each other at the VIP thing. We were just like, "Hey, I can't wait to meet fans today." And he's like, "Top of the morning, you laddies." It was the horrifying noise, and somehow drinking like 2 bottles of water, we almost sounded human by the time we met fans again. But like, it was like the Crypt Keeper was at breakfast with me trying to listen to Jack talk. It was horrifying.
here's a trick, honey.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like, "Here's a trick, honey," and I was like, "Please tell me, what is it?"
No. If you take a giant spoonful of honey, it will coat your throat and it will help you. Highly recommend.
I always recommend, like, voice actors in LA are crazy over it these days. This Chinese cough syrup called, it's like Neem Pao Kai. Yeah. Oh, I found it. It's Neen Jiom Pei Pa Kao.
Is it spelled just like it sounds?
Much. I don't know. A voice actor, all these voice actors use it because it's like a great throat coat, and I've used it just when my throat is regular sore, and I mean, it's not going to fix things per se, but it does feel pretty good. And I call it. I like to mix it in water and like make a tea thing, and I call that Hulk juice because that's apparently what Fred Tatasciore, who plays the Hulk, does. So Fred Tatasciore approved.
So either the Ning Kung Pao, not Kung Pao, that's Kung Pao chicken. I don't know what you, whatever.
It's in the chat.
Ning Yum Pei Pa Ko.
It's in the chat.
I know, I was trying to read it.
Look at the chat.
Either that or else I've got to cosplay as Winnie the Pooh and just carry a jar of honey everywhere.
There you go.
Ninja Panda Koala.
I took Spanish. I have no idea how to pronounce
I'm able to find it at like Asia Marts, but I think you could just order it offline too.
I didn't even know you could write Chinese words in like with English letters. I thought they had like the Chinese symbol. I don't know. I'm very stupid when it comes to languages.
Technology is awesome.
But yeah, I think next year let's just all go to a hotel. Let's just choose someone's hotel and have a party there.
Oh, I thought you were implying wink, wink.
Now, what do we
yeah,
define by party? Because my idea of party is finding stupid shit to watch and laughing at it.
Essentially, yeah, it's either that or play like a video game or something. Like,
Can I just be the one that like stands around and hovers over like the buffalo dip or something and be like, yeah, this is my buffalo dip. No.
Alright, so we now have to have at least a computer so we can watch videos, buffalo dip, and preferably some kind of like Smash Brothers.
Yay!
We're not gonna have anything else to eat, just buffalo dip with nothing to
Smash
dip.
Brothers, Splatoon.
Just get spoons.
Wait, Sarah, do you play
battle
Splatoon?
Evo's.
No.
I only played it once. The random encounter guys did a big Splatoon YouTube LA event, and they played against a bunch of YouTubers, and they had me come be on their team, and I got really, really good. I mean, I haven't played since then, so who knows what they've added and what they've changed, but
A lot,
yeah,
actually.
we spanked a lot a people.
Bro,
that was like-
1v1 me.
Because me
Smash
and
Bros.
Dalton and Emmy, that's how we bonded so quickly, was we're playing Splatoon together.
Yeah.
Splattershot Junior for life.
I have a confession to make. I don't even know what Splatoon is. I've heard of it. I've never.
How have you been? Yeah, I was gonna say, how have you been on the internet and not know what Splatoon is?
Molly has told you that you're gonna play it so you can actually get used to the Wii U you own.
Well, this is why I haven't played it. It's on the Wii U, which is not in my office, and I don't get to play games unless they're in my office.
I'll bring it in there. We'll play sometime, buddy.
Oh, okay. I'll
If it's out by then, we should all play Cuphead.
Oh, I'm so excited for Cuphead.
Oh yeah, the game.
Cuphead.
I need to get an Xbox One now just for that game, but
It's gonna be on the PC too.
Oh, cool. But like, it looks amazing. It's a 2D animated video game. It's like a side-scrolling shooter, but it looks like it's from like Felix the Cat, like 1930s.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like that was like my game of E3. I was just like, this is the one.
I've taken like 8 cough drops during this call. I'm so sorry if you guys hear like the rappers.
No,
You're
actually,
fine.
you're good.
I'm so sorry if you guys hear my rappers because of the hip hop, because I can hear it really, really well, and it's really bothering
I don't
me.
hear it either.
No,
God, it's horrible. It haunts me.
Elspeth recording. We're here too. USA, red, white, and blue, yo.
Oh, that was good. like I was expecting low quality. But you
Dude.
brought your A game.
Yeah, we're gonna need to contact Dr. Dre and be like, yeah, there's a new guy in town, so.
Yeah, Beats by Wade coming out soon.
Needs to be like an album. Someone, I'm not gonna do it. I don't have time for this, but someone needs to make an album cover of you, like just your face, like superimposed on top of like some
Yeah,
big rapper.
just Dr. Dre's body in my face. That wouldn't be weird at all.
Oh, last year
Somebody will do it now.
one of my friends, Byron, who did the card for Andre, that I had a pose where we both like locked hands together, like fist bumped, and my friend Phil edited it to his face into Snoop Dogg. I have to find it on Facebook. But yeah, I think we derailed far enough. So we're still recording, by the way.
So much that I actually started to link stuff and forgot that we were recording.
Well, okay, that should re-illustrate. I think the greatest thing is that we all really did make some friendships. I know, obviously I still talk to Wade the entire year that I met him, and I'm hoping to extend that to, Jirard, Andre, Brizzy, and Sarah as well. And then I honestly think I made some lifetime friends out of Dalton and Emmy.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, so you had fun. Now it's time to get back to work. Where are those 10 animations I gave you?
I'm asleep.
Man, he's
Pretending
going to
to
wake up
sleep.
eventually.
Wow, you're coherent for being sleeping.
He's a proficient sleep talker.
Mm.
Well, I want to make some pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't eaten.
All right, so
If you guys want to come over, I'll make y'all pizza.
What state of the United States is this?
Oh yeah.
wait.
Can you give me like 6 hours?
Yeah.
I can make it. I don't live too far away.
I'm
If
in
you're making
Ohio.
Pizza, I will
so-
come over. I haven't eaten yet.
I'll ship you guys all pizza.
Wait. Okay, that's
I
regular
can't wait
picture.
for my FedEx delivered pizza.
Yum.
Nothing
You
like-
thought it was delivery, but it was I, DiGiorno. I can't take credit for that. That was a beautiful meme. It's just like, thank you for that one.
All
I
right,
keep waiting
guys.
for the day that the pizza guy knows who I am, and then my address is leaked all over the internet.
Oh no.
Like, doesn't that ever scare you guys? Have you ever thought of something like that happening?
It's happened actually.
Has it?
Really?
Yeah, someone sent me pizza. I'm like, I didn't order pizza. And then they were in my Twitch chat and they were just like, yeah, I know you didn't order pizza, but I ordered it for you anyway. I was just like, oh God! So I had to like go downstairs and be like, oh, I didn't order this, but I'll take it anyway. Thanks.
That's horrifying.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
know.
little spooky.
I
mean, thanks for the
I love
pizza,
my
Red,
fans to
for-
death, but there's my private space that no one's supposed
Yeah.
to know about.
Yeah.
Please don't ask where I live. No.
Did I say
Hey,
Ohio?
Sarah, where do you
I
live?
meant Japan. I'm in Japan.
Oh no, that's Snoop Dogg.
I live in Santa Ana. Yeah.
Oh,
I live on the moon.
do you have to just scream in their ears?
Yes.
Alright.
So is your favorite like living thing an amiibo?
Yes.
I figured.
No!
Hey,
Not
did
your
you know
fiancé,
that
it's
they
still
also
the
got
amoeba.
engaged?
Oh yeah, they also got
Oh no.
I'm engaged to this DDD amiibo.
Favorite things about the convention. Number 4. We got engaged.
I love you, Amiibo.
Oh my God! Why would you do this to me?
Oh,
No. It's even better. Will
Emmy.
you marry a amiibo?
Emmy, will you get too angry if I tell the Mark story? The sexy Mark.
What?
That wasn't
No,
a
I
no.
want to hear this now.
Okay.
Just like,
Okay. So like, I made my I'm going to PopCon video, and then like I made the joke, okay, I'm excited to meet you guys, but I know you're all here for Markiplier, and so I took the clip from the sexy Mark video where like he's like taking off his shirt and eating like syrup or something, and
He poured it on himself. Ewy.
and so like
I knew it was supposed to be sexy, but I'm just like, no, that's syrup and pancake mix, and that doesn't go on the
You
human
weren't the one that
body.
had to lick it off.
and so like she asked me where I got that video clip from or something, and I linked it to her, and Dalton left the room to go use the bathroom, and then when Dalton comes back, here's sexy Mark on the screen.
Oh my God, no! No!
It's not what it looks like.
I can explain it!
Oh my god, that's awesome.
And, like Dalton clearly knew what was up, but Emmy's overreaction to it, she was just really embarrassed, was really, really funny.
No!
I'm sorry, Emmy. I had to tell the story.
Got really jealous. Like, who is that? Is that your new boyfriend?
Good, I would have been like, good, get jealous, I want to see it.
He's like, I don't have that amiibo yet.
God, you find me a female fan of Markiplier that didn't have a crush on him at one point in time, and I'll eat the corresponding amount of socks.
Oh.
That's how confident I am. You won't find one.
I don't have a crush on him.
What about the lesbian?
But you did for an instant.
I did!
You did for an instant. Come on.
Gotta fight you because she has to eat socks if you don't admit it.
I did! Eat the sock! Eat the
Seriously,
sock!
don't make me eat a sock.
Eat the sock!
I mean, you did watch the sexy Mark video. That it is in your history.
Steven!
I don't know. I could send one of my socks over from the one I wore at PopCon on Saturday.
Dude, cue Careless Whisper.
Sexy sex man.
I've known Mark since like elementary school, so it's so weird to me seeing like his fame and popularity now, because he was always like that awkward kid who was like really quiet but like did wrestling and stuff, and now he's like he flexes and like everyone just faints, and it's like, what the hell? No one even talked to you in high school. What happened? What changed?
Oh, the secrets. I love learning these deep, dark YouTuber secrets.
Yeah, we were like, we were not like super nerdy in high school or anything, but we were still like not the popular guys by any means, and now all of a sudden it's like we try to walk to dinner like in some obscure place in Alaska, and it's like 50 people will come over.
I want you in my igloo.
Well, I mean, the poor guy's only 4 foot tall with a 2 foot long head, so he kind of stands out.
4 foot tall. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
With a 2 foot tall head. Therefore, he gets to 5'10" that way.
Oh, Wade, you're a peach. Love
I'm
it.
so mean to him. But to be fair, I still get shut up Wade and blame Wade and all that stuff in my Twitter, so the least I can do is throw it back at him.
I'm so glad that everyone had a really good time, and I really appreciate everyone kind of taking a risk with a convention, because you never know what kind of experience you're going to get. Last year, it was a pretty good one, but it was not nearly as exciting as it was this year. I know it's Dalton.
I will agree.
Dalton Emmy's first time. Elspeth came back as a guest, and it's exciting. And Wade came back, and then it's really exciting to meet, Andre, Brizzy, Sarah, and everyone else. And honestly, the fans made the convention a really big thing, but having really cool people to spend it with too, and be near us was a grand experience.
Yeah, I will say we got to fill, like, the panels I was on with you guys last year, we mostly filled those rooms of, like, they were 50 people rooms or whatever it was, but we filled them up, and that was so exciting. And this year, the one I was on, we had 4,000, and we had to turn people away, which is really sad, but just, it's crazy how much PopCon grew this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to that panel at the end of the day, we caught the end of it, and holy crap, there were so many people.
Yeah, it was nuts. And they all came up at the end and were, like, throwing stuff they wanted us to keep at us, which was actually kind of terrifying, because it looked like they were booing us. They would just run up, like, throw their tomatoes and their Markiplier stuff, and they actually, like, hit Jack with, like, some kind of stuffed animal. Like, people were just launching stuff, trying to get it before the security people would get to them. It was really scary.
I hit someone with the stuffed animal at my panel. That's the difference.
I think we didn't get... I didn't know where we were supposed to go when you guys invited us, so it's like, oh, crap, how do we even prove that we had they promised we could come to the panel? But they got us somewhere, and like the whole time we were sitting there, this woman had this green package, her arm up with it, like trying to get them to see it. And I'm just like, wow, this woman is not giving up. It's like, I think a good hour she held her
we
arm
wanted
up.
all the stuff, it's just we could, like, being there on the panel, it wasn't a good time for us to go around and collect items. But we were really excited. I mean, we got everything people wanted to give us. All they had to do was talk to the PopCon guys, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll take it. We'll put it in their piles." And people were, I guess, really skeptical of that. Like, "No, you won't do that." But they actually did. So we have everything. But just it was so overwhelming at the time, having 4,000 people, with cakes and cupcakes and different things. They're like, "Oh, we want you guys to have this now." And then when they rushed up and were like throwing it on the table, it was just like, ah.
Yeah, it's like, I'm aware that I was sort of like, I totally was like, man, they're so popular. But it's kind of groovy, I don't know what other term. It's just kind of fun to see that.
Like Zoix, man!
Leave me alone! It was just kind of fun to see that firsthand and be like, man, Mark came in empty-handed and he just walked back to the table with his arms full of stuff.
Yeah, he was trying to ask a question, and all you could see was, like, him getting, like, mosh pitted by people just, like, swarming with their hands around him. Like, that's why they came back to, like, we couldn't see anything out there. They were just hands reaching.
I went in empty-handed, and then I had stuff.
Yeah, I know. He had, like, a sleigh of
It's
stuff.
It's like I was a fishing lure. I just brought something back with me.
I mean, and, we make it sound bad, but it is really exciting to get so much stuff from our fans. It's just overwhelming when you're one person being handed, like hundreds of things, and walking out trying to ask a question, get back to the panel, and everyone's just like, "Here, take this. I have this. I want you to have that. Or have this." And it's like, we want it. We do. I swear we do. But now we're trying to ask a question because oh, okay, I'll take this too. And then, he's rushing back with like his back, stuff on his back, his arms are cradling.
So, I'm glad you guys had a great time at Indy PopCon, and let's all say bye to the people watching the video who stuck around for 2 hours. The real.
You mean an hour and 20 minutes, because this is getting cut.
Hey.
I don't know what you're at 2 hours. What?
Yeah, Steve doesn't know how to count.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for so much for hanging out with me for hour and a half.
Hey, give or take.
Give or take. I'm bad with time. There's no clock.
Thanks, Steven.
Hey, this is more time than I had with you guys at the convention, so I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was really nice to meet you, Emmy, Dalton, Elspeth. It's nice to talk to you again, Steve.
Yeah.
Sarah, it's nice to meet you and talk to you.
Yay!
Thank you to all of you out there that attended Indy PopCon, or if you couldn't attend, thank you for just watching, being fans. We all appreciate you out there. And hopefully, if we didn't get to meet you, or we did, we get to see you again or meet you for the first time at a convention sometime soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll let somebody else say goodbye. See ya.
Solid goodbye.
I'm so bad at goodbyes.
Yeah, move that one to the end. It was good.
That was the best.
Yeah.
I could always just end it with us mid-talking.
Just cut me out entirely. Yeah, just leave me out entirely.
Then there was this one guy that ran into my house the other day. 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 My house.